Let's talk about strategy. It's coming into the 12th of October now. Look at these green zones. This is the time when you can use to market yourself into the job market in order to get hired, a permanent hire. You're looking for a permanent hire. It's called permanent. What it means is that it's not temporary, it's not contract, it's not a seasonal job. It's a permanent job. It's a job that goes beyond 1 year or whatever the requirements are, which is what's required for foreigners to get work in New Zealand. We're looking to use October and November as times to set things up. What you want to do is to ensure that you have companies to meet when you land in New Zealand. Now, if you already have plans to land in New Zealand and you already have a flight number and a flight date, then you want to really use that time to, from now till then, to feel comfortable with the fact that you're landing. You're landing in New Zealand. You should land with a plan. You should be comfortable with the fact that you're going to use your time effectively in New Zealand. So many people come here and spend their time doing things that could be done from home. And it doesn't make any sense to go to a country and then start applying through the typical standard way of hitting the Apply Now button on websites. You can do that from home. My system is a little bit different. What I do is I prepare profiles to fit the needs of a hiring manager to make a hiring decision. And what that means is digging around into the areas of your strengths and presenting that to hiring managers so that they can make a hiring decision more confidently. All that can be done on the green side in terms of getting work, contacting employers, getting responses. If you have a flight date already arranged and you're not getting responses on a level that you need to feel comfortable, land with a plan and meet companies. That's the goal. If that's not happening, let me know, because I can set it up different and you can change things around and turn something that could be a disaster into something that is a success. If you know you're going to come in Q1 2023 over in this area here, then what I can do in this case is relax, go step by step, and do it right. Doing it right means setting up a profile in the rest of October and then starting to launch into the job market during November. And then, of course, things do cool down in December. You won't find companies that offer work in the red zone. And when you're talking about the yellow zone, it's not easy to find companies that offer work. It's starting to slow down dramatically. The red zone, it won't happen. You're not going to get a job offer. Over here as well, January. Job offers aren't going to happen there. And then when you come into start getting green again and then fully back to normal here in February, the advantage of starting now back here is that right here, when things are fully back to normal, maybe even here, you can start again and you'll be ahead of the game because you'll be jumping in when the needs are there. Now, let me tell you a secret. A lot of people, when they go on vacation during December and they're tired and they get with family and they start eating, they start opening presents, they start doing a little bit of a vacation, they start breathing again. Their blood pressure goes down. They start to dream. The creative mind starts to go. They start to talk to their partners and they start to think, you know, honey, what can we do differently this year that we didn't do last year? What things have we not accomplished yet in our lives that we'd like to? What about that idea that we had a long time ago? Remember, we wanted to do this, move here. We wanted to. So what happens is people start to change their direction in life. You know, the New Year's resolution, it starts to happen in this area. And in the career, it's no different. So in the career, people will have their New Year's resolution. And what they'll decide is to quit their job. Quite a lot of times it comes to that. So you do have a lot of retirements, a lot of people handing in their resignations in the area of end of January and end of December and beginning of February. You have resignations coming in. And then what happens with this resignation zone, let's just call it the December, January, February zone. It's in this zone where the resignations are being handed in. right in there. I mean, we're talking about a bubble of resignations. So annually, this is the high point for the resignations right here. It's not to say it's the only place, but it's the high point. So it's a scramble point in response to that employers need to scramble to prepare, to get urgent on some of these roles are quite critical to fill. So that what you'll see here in this area is some urgent need to fill some certain roles. We need a certain person urgently. Now that's hot. It's on the top of mind, and people need that. Hiring managers have been told by their bosses, we need this role filled. We have projects ongoing. It's big money. If we screw this up, we're in trouble. We need someone to come in, acclimate to our system, understand the project, and get plugged in. And we need these projects met on deadline. We can't be screwing around here. We need the support team in place. We need the front line. We need the back office. It's all got to work together. If any one of those people quit who's critical to the income flow of a company in Q1, they're going to want to fill that quick. This is how business thinks. You all know that. So the idea, what I'm coming to here, it would be foolish not to prepare for a launch into the job market in the first part of February of 2023, end of January, beginning of February. This is a great time to already be prepared and already be exercised. Why not go ahead and start contacting here with the generic concept, I plan to come to New Zealand after the holidays. If you don't have a date set yet, use that to your advantage. You don't need to have a date set yet. But if you do have a date set, use that to your advantage. Advise about that date, because that's an additional leverage you can use in conversation to generate interest around that date. So you see, no matter whether you've prepared already and you already have a plan to come to New Zealand, or whether you have not yet, what you can do in either case is set things up to your advantage so that when you land, you've got a plan. Now, for those of you who don't have a ticket yet, and maybe you don't want to spend money until you're really sure that you're going to be successful, I understand that. That's not a problem. What you can do is set things up so that you're on point here, applying into your job market that has your needs, which are well prepared on a presentation that you've already developed, and you'll find some hot things in there, probably. And the idea here is that we're a candidate short market still. This is not only a candidate short market that we're talking about, this is also an urgent need to fill market in some cases, in many cases. It's a bubble of resignations that you're jumping into, plus a candidate short market that you're jumping into after the holiday season, back into the full economy again.